guys, we've seen this, sparks of what you guys can do, but to see it on this stage, obviously, this is the biggest one. What is it about this group that makes them so confident?
I think we're just so cohesive, and we got the chemistry that keeps us together, and we play very similarly. But I think we're just a great group, and we just gel so well together, and that just makes me so excited for the following seasons. So,
Is this the best defensive performance you guys have had all year? I mean, considering it's a team that scores 88 or whatever game, and you help finish with, did they finish with 50 even?
Probably about that, yeah.
I mean, you guys just shut them down entirely the whole game.
Yeah. I think that our kind of defensive plan was putting a stop to number 31, their post. She's just a great scorer, and also everyone else around them are great shooters. And so coming in that game with a great manager team that helped us scout that allowed us to come in and play rock solid defense and really stretch our lead out.
Are there any moments of intimidation for you? I mean, you've played your biggest and most minutes in the postseason, but you've rose to the occasion every time. Is there any hesitation in you, or any moment where you're like, am I ready for this, or do you come in confident?
Yeah, I think I come in. Sorry, excuse me. I think I come in confident. I don't know, I've kind of gained the mentality of just play free and have fun, and that's allowed me to perform really well these past few games.
Is there anything you've seen, I mean, what's the biggest change in yourself that you've seen since October, just to be able to succeed at this level so much?
Yeah, a lot of extra hours in the gym, working with Randy, my post coach, and just growing my skill every day. Just growing a little bit by little bit, and it all kind of added up. So, yeah.
Anything in particular that's kept you guys especially sharp over these last couple of weeks? Because 2 weeks off is a long time for a team, but for you guys to come out and play like this is especially impressive.
Yeah, I would say our leadership, like Sid, who's right there off camera. But yeah, just our leaders have kept us focused and locked in for these past few weeks. That allowed us to come into this tournament to be really decisive in things that we want to do to accomplish in these games.
Just tell me about your performance today on the court.
Yeah, that's exciting. I mean, I was saying to the other people that you can't really get assists without your teammates putting the ball in the basket, and they were doing a really good job at doing that today. So it made my job a lot easier.
A lot of those went to Ava Heiden, who had another outstanding postseason performance. Just tell me about what you've seen out of her this last month or so.
Man, she's been so good, but we knew that. Like, every day in practice she shows up, she gets the extra work in. She's just now had her opportunity on the court, and she's so fun to play with. I wish I had more time with her.
What is the biggest difference you've seen in her from October to where you are now? Because obviously a lot must have changed to get her this many minutes on the court.
Yeah, I think just getting acclimated to some things. Like, in high school, everyone's probably smaller than her, not as strong as her, and here everyone's good. So the team you're playing against, the team you're practicing against, like, everyone's her size, so I think she just had to get used to that and slow her mind down a little bit. But yeah, she's been cooking.
Overall, this team's had, 2 weeks off or so, I think, since the last time you played. A lot of teams might struggle with that kind of weight for your next game. How did you guys stay sharp over the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, it was definitely weird because you're just waiting for a long time, but we scrimmaged our practice guys a few times, so that was good to stay in game shape. And then, just showing up every day to practice. Coach Jay made sure that we were locked in, and even though it was 2 weeks, it was 2 weeks to get better and work on ourselves.
What did you guys feel? I mean, do you feel just from the opening tip that you guys had it in control? Because it seemed like this was some of the best basketball I've seen you play all year.
Yeah, I wouldn't say right away. I think they're a tough team, and we knew they weren't going to go away. But I think coming into it, none of us wanted to lose really badly, so that helped a lot.
Yeah, especially for you and Sid, getting a chance to extend another at least 2 days, another one more game. I mean, especially for the seniors, is it special to keep this season going?
Yeah, for sure. I don't want the season to ever end.
Overall, do you feel like the game kind of turned in the third quarter there when Caitlin Young got injured, their other post player fouled out of the game? Was that kind of the point where you feel like everything kind of turned on a dime?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it would have happened anyways, but I think she's really good. Yeah, we got Hannah back, so yeah, hopefully she's okay, but I never want to see anyone go down with an injury.
Things today were about as complete as you could want out of a Hawkeye winning tournament. Just tell me about you guys' energy, effort, everything today seemed to be firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, I'm just so proud of this team. We've been working so hard, and This week off that we've had, it felt like a while, but we got a lot done in practice, and the way that we handled the practice prepared us for this game. But especially the girls that just come off the bench and make such a good impact on the game, like Stremlow and Ava Heiden. I'm really happy for them and just happy for the team we get to play one more game.
Just a lot of teams might, after 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks, have some rust on them, but you guys seem like you were playing about as good as I've seen you all season. I mean, what were these last 2 weeks like just waiting for this game?
We pushed each other in practice. Like, we went at it. We did a lot of up and down to get us prepared for this tournament, and we know what it takes. A lot of us have been here before, so that those practices, we don't take that for granted, and we definitely get better as a team and individually.
How important was that experience from the last few years for you upperclassmen, having played in these type of games? And even though Murray State kept it pretty close in the first half, just kind of weathering that storm and not freaking out.
Yeah, there's a lot of emotions in a game of basketball, a lot of ups and downs, and just knowing that we are so great and the potential we have on this team is through the roof. So just having confidence in ourselves and in each other, and no matter whether we're down, we're up by 20, it doesn't matter. We're going to play the same type of basketball the whole game.
Tell me about the reaction when Kylie Levine scored her first Hawkeye points.
I'm so happy for her. She's just an amazing friend and a great teammate, and she's in the gym 24/7, so I'm glad to see that pay off, and I'm happy for her.
Ava Heiden looked so good again out there today, especially in the first half. Had to fill in a lot of minutes when Hannah was in foul trouble. Man, I mean, again, somebody we didn't see a ton of this year, but this postseason, she's been outstanding.
Ava's great. I mean, I knew as soon as she came in that she was going to be impactful on this team, and their struggles freshman year, like you don't play as much or you don't play at all, like some games, and that wave of emotions is really hard to handle, and I think she's done it so great, and I've been there for her and telling her to just be ready for her number to be called because we're going to need her this season at any point.
I know how much you as a team. Oh, sorry, what's up? Oh, I'm sorry.
Just really quick, sorry.
I know.
Good. Okay, I know how much you guys have talked about just getting a chance to play one more game, one more day, one more practice together. Now you get that. I mean, you get at least 48 more hours together.
Yeah, we're excited. I love these girls, and I think we really showed that today. Like Jan said, we set an assist record in an NCAA game, so we just love playing basketball with each other, and we love each other so much, and we're glad to play another game together.
Surely just program record, not like all-time NCAA record?
I don't know what it was, some kind of record.
That would be wild. But you seem to look so sharp out there right away, which isn't always the case with a team that decided to take that much time off. How did you guys do this and just look so good right away?
Yeah, I think we've been getting up and down a lot in practice. We've been scrimmaging our guys and just trying to stay as ready as we can, watching film, all the things. We've been doing them.
Is there any difference you see in this tournament run or tournament opener compared to your last two seasons? I mean, again, I know the roster is different, but overall, do you feel like you're sharper or just as sharp as you were the last 2 years?
Yeah, I think we're just as sharp. We're not coming in overconfident. We might have done that in the past, but yeah, I think we're ready for anything, and yeah, we're gonna stay ready.
Ava Heiden, tell me about the biggest difference you've seen out of her from October to where you are now, because obviously she's playing so much better to get this many more minutes.
Yeah, she's been working really, really hard outside of games, outside of practice, putting in that extra work, and it's paying off. She's, I think she's just been like a sponge this whole time, just soaking up all the information she can, getting all the work she can, and it's paying off.
Or you want to come through, or you want to talk to him? I can let you pass, but are these games tough for you? I mean, you got 2 fouls in the first, 90 seconds or so, and didn't get a chance to play. How tough are games like this to have to just, even though your team's doing well, you just have to sit and watch it all happen?
I don't know. I think it's good to see them succeed, especially Ava. She played great in that first half, and now I'm more rested than everyone else for Monday.
What was the biggest key or component do you feel like you saw today out there? Anything in particular that felt like the team really did exceptionally out today?
Yeah, I think their transition offense is really good. I think we did a great job of stopping that. Their offense in general is really good. We held them under their average by a lot. And yeah, I think our defense, that's what we were focused on, and that's what we executed. So.
Are you excited about, and I don't know how things are going to shake out next year, but are you excited about the prospects of maybe playing alongside Ava, whether she's a 5, you're a 4, or vice versa next year?
Yeah, I'm excited. I should be at the floor. I would have been at the floor this year, but I had surgery last, so I didn't have any of the summer.
Right.
But people forget that. But yeah.
Just tell me about your guys' performance as a team, because this was about as dominant as I've seen you in a game all season, playing it at the right time. Again, what did you guys do today that had you coming out there and just firing right away?
I think today was so special. I think that having these past 2 weeks to really work on ourselves and get our philosophy down and build up confidence, and everybody really showed. I think we also showed how much depth we have and how everyone across the board is really confident, and our coaches have confidence in each and every person on this team. And that was so exciting to see everybody get to play, and just so fun. And I think that we bring such a fun energy to the game. So we're having a blast right now.
Some teams might struggle after more than 2 weeks off. How have you guys kept each other sharp where you guys are able to come out today and play so well?
I think that just the way our practices are structured and the way that we show up to practice every day is really impressive, and we've continued to motivate each other all season long. I thought that we did a good job with our scout coming in today, and I know Coach Randy had the scout, so shout out to her. She did an excellent job, and we've had a good few days of prep leading up to this, and we just came out and played as hard as we could today, and it showed.
How big is tournament experience for a lot of you upperclassmen? Having played in these experiences, Murray State had a close game in the first half, but you guys seem to keep weathering that storm.
I do think that it's important, and just getting everyone tournament experience early on is also really important. And
can I scooch all the way down?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Getting everyone tournament experience early on is really important, and just really fun to see, and I'm so glad that everyone got that chance today and got to see what it's like. And then moving forward as we continue to progress, it's just another level of pressure, another level of kind of the do or die mentality. But I think that if we're playing together and we're just having fun, then anything can happen, so it'll be fun.
Caitlin Young went out of the game with an injury. I feel like that was kind of the turning point where it's like Murray just seemed really deflated after that. Did you feel like that was the point where it's like, all right, this game we've really got in control of?
You just never want to see that. That was really hard to see, and she's such a good player. She's super talented. So I hope that everything's okay with her, but that's super unfortunate for them.
That means for this team moving forward.
Yeah, we have so much trust in these young kids. They're doing phenomenal, and so whenever they have to go in, we have so much trust for them. And it's always next man up, and this whole team we've just produced throughout this entire year and put so much trust into each other. So seeing what they do on the court is sometimes shown on the floor during the games, but during practice it's there every single day. So they've done a great job, and it's really exciting for what's to come too for them.
How many straight?
Yeah.
I don't know how many straight days off. 14, 15 games.
I don't know.
Game.
Yeah.
A lot of players or teams might struggle with that kind of rust after that longer break. How did you guys stay sharp over the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, over the past couple of weeks we scrimmaged the guys. We've scrimmaged a lot. We've done one cycles, which is basically up and down the floor, and that kept us in shape for sure. And we did that previously the past couple of days too. But yeah, that's probably the most important thing during this time is just making sure, not overdoing it, but still making sure we're getting up and down the floor.
How do you come out and just fire away like that so quick? Because, again, you guys just seem like you were playing not your best basketball from the very start. What was the team was doing today that just seemed like they had it clicking right away? Yeah,
I think just over these past couple of weeks, we've been able to really just focus during practice on fundamental pieces and sticking to what we need to do, and that's kind of carried over into this game is what I noticed. So.
Tell me about watching Kylie Levine get her first Hawkeye points.
That was exciting. She's been working. She works so hard, so it was really nice to finally see her do it on the floor. But yeah, she's a great player, so we were really hyped for her.
Yeah, some of the best basketball I think I've seen this team play all year. What worked especially well for you?
I think pushing the ball, our transition was really good today, and then moving it just around the top of the key, wings, cuts, passes. We do a great job of finding each other, and I think that just really was capitalized on today.
Outside of just today, this entire postseason, you've played so especially well. Do you feel like there's something you've pinpointed as something that's helped this team turn the corner in the postseason?
I think just buckling down, putting in work, getting into the gym early. All of us have been in there, and you see it paying off, and I think that's just what's so special is that everybody's for each other and everyone's going to work hard.
If that's identified in anybody in particular, it's probably Ava, who's played especially well in the postseason. Yeah. What's the biggest change you have maybe seen in her since October that's helped her get these minutes where she's at right now?
She's always in the gym. She's working, and she's definitely been just head down, grinding. So I think that's something that it's going to pay off, and it has paid off, like you guys said. It's been fun to see her have that little breakthrough and continue to flourish on the court.
I talked to you yesterday, and I was like, we don't know what your role's going to be today, but it ended up being a really prominent role. So how exciting was that for you?
Really exciting. You know, March Madness, you watch it growing up, and it's best time of the year, and just getting to play in it is pretty unreal. I sent my family a picture of my NCAA badge this morning. I'm like, it's real, so it's pretty exciting, and getting to have an impact on a game in the tournament is pretty special.
Yeah, you just covered it up.
Oh shoot, there we go.
And I mean, you get to do more TikToks, right?
Yes.
Since the season is extended here, right?
It is. I know that's definitely something I'm a little excited for, but really excited actually. So.
Take me back to the end of the first half, because it was. I don't know if you keep track of this stuff. It was 35-30. You guys had a ton of foul trouble.
Right.
And McCabe hits the three.
Okay.
And then you had the block, and then the 15-footer at the other end. I guess take me through that sequence for you.
Yeah, I mean, thanks.
Yeah.
It was a good call, our big call to ice, so I got to ice her, like force her to the left side, cut her off, got a good block. That was exciting. She's a really good player, so I was happy I got that in. And then, I've been working a lot on my jumpers, my threes, and everything, so that was kind of just a rhythm shot for me, and it went in, it worked out, so it was pretty exciting.
In this day and age, there will be haters, there will be trolls, every program has that. This generation lives on social media. They just do. If you raise a teenager, it's part of their footprint now and learning how to manage it. It's part of branding. It's part of who they are, right? And everybody from Gino all the way down to, the 370th team, you're going to have TikTokers and all the things. And I think it's actually a good outlet if they're focused, and they are in practice, they're focused in meetings, they're playing pretty good basketball. I think that just is another aspect of society that just wants to find something that isn't good according to their one opinion. So I think, I'm not on TikTok myself, but I know managing as a parent with my two kids, that's a challenge. And I also know that it's really important part of college kids' lives.
Have you been invited to be in any TikToks that your players are filming?
On occasion, 2 I've been in, and I think I've nailed both of them personally.
Of all the ways you could have envisioned this game starting, being on the bench 90 seconds in probably wasn't near the top of the list. Just for Ava to answer that call and be productive with that kind of uncertainty happening right away, how much does that further emphasize everything?
Yeah, I think that's a really, it's a good, hopefully, confidence builder. I think if that happens again on Monday night, or that happens again in the future, you're asking a lot of people that haven't been there before. So I was concerned, but I also was confident. I thought if Ava could hold serve, and then we could get Addie in with some minutes, that we could really gain some confidence for Monday night, but also next year for Ava. That really went through my mind after I was kind of panicked. I was like, oh geez, this is not a start. But I thought, well, Ava's been coming for the last month, and I just tried to focus on the positive. And I think when you roll with it with the team, and you lean into the moment, and you just kind of go with it, it helps them. Versus like you're looking like, oh my gosh, we have all these people with foul trouble. I think a big key of the game, to piggyback on that, was we had all that foul trouble before half, but we went up 12. And I thought that was really great for those young kids to hold serve and go up.
What is clicked for Ava this last month? I know her minutes were kind of roller coaster throughout the season, but now double figures in 3 straight games. Like, what's changed for her?
I think she's just gotten more confidence in her, the working in extra hours. She's been in with, Randy, and working on the ways we need to score and how we need to score and how we need to defend. And there's trolls and haters and all that too, but I will tell you that the trajectory of which she's going is just the confidence that she's gaining. And then the productivity just matched the work ethic, right? When you're getting in the gym, you get more confident, you start finishing more, you start understanding the offense more. And there's a lot that goes into it. It's not just game day. There's a lot of practices. And Ava is a really naturally gifted and like that baby deer, and she's really growing up. And she's that last month, 5 weeks, she's just really leaned into those moments. And I'm just really ultra confident and just really excited and extremely proud of her.
2 more. Oh, I was gonna.
Something like that.
I mean, to maybe ask another thing about Ava, I've been asking about just like the difference that people have seen in her since September, October, because I know you were confident about her coming into the season, but obviously didn't see the minutes. What's the biggest shift in her you've seen from September maybe to now?
I just think she's I think all these kids are tremendous team players. I think sometimes it's really easy for everybody just to want to put in the new Colt, right? We're going to go. Addison O'Grady played one heck of a summer. She competed hard. She was doing everything we asked her to do in practices, and her productivity was really, really good. And it's a building block, the system, right? I mean, we're looking and we're trying to figure it out. We're playing Hannah at the 4, and then it became clear, let's shift Hannah over to 5. So when that happens, there's a time of adjustment. And so then you're shrinking minutes of some of those 5s. So Addie and Ava's, their mentalities and their selfless behavior and their work ethics, I mean, there's such a lesson there. Instead of always, I think people like, well, why is she coming through? And they were both playing really well. They both give you really different looks. And a senior that has stuck with it and knows the system, understands her passing is awesome. She understands when there's a pass and a screen. Addie's one of the best passers in the country hitting for a dump layup. So it's how we're trying to make our offense continue to click while we're bringing along Ava to understand how to pass, when to score, when to fake, when to drive. It's a process. And I can't say enough about this whole team's selflessness, and those two have really done one super job, and I'm thrilled with them.
Did you have any jitters first time head coach in the NCAA tournament, or no?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I thought back to how I felt when we played Northern Illinois. I felt like coming into this game, I felt the pressure of sometimes of the season and the pressure of wanting to get the first one. But it was good. It was in good ways. And I just, have a strong faith and just do the things, and God's led me and blessed me to get to this point. Lisa Bluter, right? I'd seen her before. She'd been traveling, and so she was talking about the importance of that Big Ten or of the tournament. We were talking about it, so I texted her. I'm like, "Hey, what you got for me?" And she was great. We were just talking about. She's like, "Pray and breathe," which I've been doing, right? But I'm just saying the thing is like it's the same, and I think I just focus so much on. I just couldn't be more proud of this team and just so grateful that they all stayed together, and to get to the round of 32, boy, I'm just so pleased and happy for them, and having locker rooms like that, and I focus more on that. The nerves is like, God, just help me get them in a position they can have a moment like that, and then lo and behold, we got everybody in. And how about them having 28 assists, setting a program record? Isn't that cool? Bailey's on it. Bailey, he's my man. He's giving me stats like that.